Hi there, folks. My name is Vaibhav Minocha, and you're watching Cricket Scrapbook. Please like, subscribe, and share to support this channel if you like the content. Eager to do more such stuff if you appreciate this. Today, I'm going to be telling you the story of a cricket match that I feel does not deserve to be forgotten. This match took place between two nations famously known over the past decade or two for their intense rivalry, amusing banter, and rising competitiveness. India and Australia. With the series currently level with both sides winning a game each, this third test took place at the iconic Sydney Cricket Ground. This match was also especially important as it was marred by several controversies both on and off the field. The first of which was the disputable accusation that 5 of the Indian men's cricket team members, namely Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, Navdeep Saini, Prithvi Shaw and Rishabh Pant, had breached a biosecurity bubble which was put in place to combat the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. The next surrounded the Indian team's participation in the following test match. There was also the case of certain Indian players facing racism from the crowd. And there were other on-field dialogues that took place between the Indian and Australian cricketers, notably one between Ashwin and Payne, where each of their selection in future tours was questioned by the other. Not to forget, a certain Mr. Smith went on to smudge Rishabh Pant's mark on the crease, which some termed as cheating, some called it unsportsmanlike, and some defended. Whichever way you look at it, it didn't paint a good picture on the former Sandpaper Gate star.
Ben Stokes कभी तो इंडिया को टॉस जीतने दो यार.
Warner, after being hurried back into the Australian Test team, struggled to complete his third run and was out by the time his score reached 5. The debutant Will Pucovski scored a 62 on debut after being dropped by Rishabh Pant a couple of times. After a string of low scores, Steve Smith seemed to have an answer to all of Ashwin and Co.'s questions. Labuschagne provided able support and the duo ended day 1 with Australia standing tall at 166 for the loss of 2 wickets. Ravindra Jadeja stopped Labuschagne's innings at 91. And got another 3 wickets to start a mini collapse of the Australian batting lineup. Smith continued piling on runs with the tail until Sir Jadeja ran him out at 131 to end the Aussie innings at 338. India's first innings began with Rohit Sharma facing his first ball as an opener outside India. Together with the young star Shubman Gill, the hitman put up a 70-run stand before giving a catch back to Hazelwood at a score of 26. Building upon the first 50-plus run opening partnership in the series, Gill went on to bring up his maiden test half-century, but got out soon after to Cummins. With end of day's play approaching, Pujara and Rahane put down the anchor and scored 11 runs of 13 overs. Bro, चोट लग गई यार. Soon, the pressure started building up. And with Rahane not being able to continue his innings and Pujara getting out at 50, the Indian team folded up for 244. However, Jadeja fractured his thumb on his left hand and Pant got hit on his left elbow while batting. This effectively ruled Jadeja out of the rest of the match and prevented Pant from keeping wickets. With a good batting performance all around, some poor catching from the Indian fielders and some big hitting at the end, the Australians declared at 312 for 6, setting the Indian team a target of 407 to chase down for a win and 132 overs to bat out for a draw.
Now I'm not saying that this was impossible, but never in the SCG has a score of more than 300 been chased down in the 4th innings. The pitch was deteriorating and India, the boys in blue, have never batted more than 100 overs in the 4th innings towards a successful cause.
Sharma and Gill came out to the pitch and batted as fluently as though they were at Sharjah. However, one good ball and Gill had to depart on 30. And the same aggressive approach which got Sharma to his half-century led to his downfall. Rahane and Pujara, the two batters that were in charge of seeing India through to end of day's play on day 2, were out there again, but this time had the job to not only negotiate their way to end of days play, but also potentially save the match.
Mogambo. Khushua.
India still have 98 overs to bat to save the match. 309 runs are required for a win. Impossible, right? Wrong. Pujara scores 77 from 205 deliveries. Vihari, on one leg, he had pulled his hamstring while batting, plays 161 balls and remains not out. Ashwin bats close to 130 balls for his 39, and Pant scores a rapid counter-attacking 97 of 118 balls to allow some breathing space to the other batters. India saved the game. How did this happen? Two batsmen, Vihari and Pant, pick up an injury during the match. Both are in excruciating pain. Vihari can't run, is walking with a limp, and won't play the next match. Pant reportedly has had so many painkillers that he is in a zombified state. Every drinks break, the two are given more painkillers to numb the pain just so that they can serve their country a little longer. The two work hand in hand with another duo, Pujara and Ashwin, that utilize all their experience and stand tall, defiantly against the opposition. Off the field, another player injured during the match quietly starts padding up, Ravindra Jadeja. He struggles to put on a glove on his left hand where he has fractured his thumb. The doctors have advised him 6 weeks of rest, yet the team physios inject him with authorized painkillers just in case his services are required. He is ready to bat, for there is no batsman after him who can help save the match. Despite all odds being against them, despite the controversies, despite the injuries, despite the pain, they rise, they fight, they create history. You have our respect, Team India. You have our respect. Alright guys, if you'd like to request the on and off field story of any historic cricket match, please mention it in the comment section below and I shall try and bring you its tale as quickly as possible. Goodbye for now.